Well, the Gunslinger and Tropical Thunder scratched in the first round, and Gary Wiggins, with that fine effort against Bigfoot, comes back as the fast loser. We'll have Nightmare against Snakebite, and Bigfoot will take on King Crunch. We move now to round 2 competition here at Naples, Florida. There is a look at Scott Stevens out of Texas in the GMC Auto Value King Crunch.
Yeah, he runs under the associate sponsor of the Strong Arm people. Scott's really making a name for himself, trying to work through the field. Gary, one thing I really like about this sport, always have 2 vehicles racing. Nobody gets a buy run. The incentive is always to go hard, because if you're the quick loser in the previous round, you come back.
What haven't we said about Andy Brass, Bob Chandler's Bigfoot out of St. Louis, Missouri? If you're going to win in monster truck racing, you have to be able to beat Big Blue.
That's right.
Round 2 competition, a good in the cockpit look over the left shoulder of Andy Brass. All decked out, blue and white, the driving suit, nails the hammer.
Rock and roll song, come on and take a ride. Boom.
And that's what it looks like inside the cockpit with Andy Brass. He takes the victory easily over Shadow Value King Crunch, because Scott Stevens had some trouble there at the starting line. So he'll go back to the pit area, and Andy will continue on in competition here in Naples, Florida. A great crowd on hand. Mother Nature has been very good to us down here on the Gulf Coast this weekend. There is a look at the popular Grave Digger, the 1950 Chevrolet panel truck. Lyle Hancock out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina.
Well, Gary, following John Moore's red light in the first round, Hancock still had to make the call and make a run in order to get a time to determine what lane he'll go in the next round in the Grave Digger monster truck.
Yeah, and he'll be taking the fast loser on from round 1. That would be the Carolina Crusher with Gary Wiggins. Of course, Gary really pressed Andy Brass in round 1. In fact, he had the nose up in the air doing that wheelie across the finish line. Had the nose been down, he may have knocked out Andy Brass. There's a good look at Gary. The Carolina Crusher, he takes on Lyle Hancock, the near lane in Grave Digger.
Both drivers are going to attack that line. Hancock figured it out. Look at the bounce.
Well, a problem over there with Gary Wiggins. It's all Lyle Hancock, but obviously a major problem with the Carolina Crusher right at the starting light. And looking very dejected, alone in the cockpit, is Gary Wiggins.
Yeah, but on the other side of the slate, that Grave Digger truck is looking good. Hancock can drive that rascal. Watch the bounce it takes. See, it wheels up and tags down and flies.
Well, let's go pit side with Army Armstrong, find out what happened to Gary Wiggins.
Gary, something went away on it. What was it?
We feel like it was the input shaft in the transmission, because it went away right off the bat.
You went up there with kill in your eyes. If there's ever run, it looked like you were going to pick the truck up and carry it. It was that one. It just didn't work out that way.
I know. I went up there intentions of just taking off at the lights at the right time, working at it, because I knew he was a real fast competitor, and I just figured this was going to be the time for me to beat him, but wrong again.
The equipment just simply was not there for Gary Wiggins as round 2 continues with Colt Cobra, Snakebite. In the far lane, there he is at a Cobra Creek, Colorado in the modified Ford, and he pulls alongside Kirk Dabney in Nightmare.
Dabney came down here with fire in his eyes. He's trying to make a name for himself. I've been very impressed with how he's adapted to this new truck. And like I say, you may be seeing a whole lot more of this guy before the day's over. He teamed up with the Nightmare truck and the Penda Corporation to really be a player in the sport. You can't say enough about Snakebite, because he's not going to roll over for anybody, but Dabney seems to have his number, Gary. No, I don't know.
Well, it looked like Snakebite may have come back from behind to win it. Dabney had the hole shot over the first set of cars. It looks like Colt Cobra may have gotten him. Now, Kirk Dabney could come back as a fast loser. Let's watch one more time. Now, watch Dabney drill the light. He gets the hole shot right here, but it's in no man's land. The horsepower from the blower drive service really kicks in, and Colt Cobra takes the victory. Here's Army.
Real quick, here we go. He walks over to you, congratulates you, says, well, we'll be back after you as fast loser. So, you know, he's been a good sport, but I think he's got a little chip on his shoulder there.
Yeah, you know, Kirk's been running real good all weekend. We knew we had everything to lose, nothing to, you know, or everything to gain, nothing to lose in that last round. We pulled all the stops out to help with the BDS supercharging, the Firestones that give us the grip. We felt like we pulled on him in the end, and it come out that we was the winner. We got a couple more rounds before we meet up with him again, so we'll get a couple more runs down this track before we get her dialed in for sure, but definitely we're going to be there.
Well, the action from Florida Sports Park will continue. We're coming back to Naples. Stay with us.